Hi, this is Alan from Alpus Group with video 5 of a series of 6 free training videos. This is step 4 of our 5-step development process, marketing and sales. Introduction to Alpus Group. Alpus was founded in Slovenia in 2015 and is based within the European Union and also in the United Kingdom. Alpus operates in the United Kingdom and in Europe, within and out with the EU, in the Middle East and in South Africa. About Alpus Group. Achievements. Alpus Group has property assets in the United Kingdom, in Europe and beyond. Alpus has a track record of project management success over many years for commercial and publicly owned clients. Culture. Alpus Group creates property wealth through the application of project management, technical and financial expertise and resources towards leveraging additional value on its assets. Ethos. Alpus Group applies its expertise and technology for the benefit of its customers and shareholders. This is me, Alan Edwards, the Managing Director of Alpus Group. I started work at 16 years old working for a building contractor in Hampshire, United Kingdom. I've worked for contractors, for top-tier consultants and for clients. See references and testimonials. Alpus Group sees opportunity in the United Kingdom property market during the next 3 to 5 years in the following sectors: residential property, affordable homes, family accommodation, executive homes, retirement homes and student accommodation, and in commercial property using change of use as a result of permitted development rights. There's a critical housing shortage in the UK, and we see that there's a significant opportunity to develop houses during the next few years, which will satisfy this shortage of something like 4 to 6 million homes. The UK needs to produce 300,000 homes per annum, and it presently doesn't do anything near that sort of number. So we have 3 strategies for property development. Strategy 1 is permitted rights developments. That's conversion of commercial to residential use using permitted rights according to the recent government legislation. Strategy 2 is development and seeking and securing planning permission for changes of use from commercial or industrial to residential. So these aren't the permitted rights developments, these are ones involving planning approval. And thirdly, joint ventures with property owners. So we got 3 approaches: site acquisition and development of commercial sites for residential under permitted development. Approach 2 is site acquisition and development of residential sites for affordable housing and other types. And approach 3 is joint ventures with property owners. So to distinguish between these, approach 1, there are permitted development rights, so there's no real risk of planning permission. Approach 2 is the higher risk approach because it involves seeking and obtaining planning permission from the local planning authority. And in this instance, we would probably use options to purchase where the risk is high that we wouldn't necessarily achieve the planning approval we're looking for. So this is the 5-step development strategy that I described. We're looking at step 4, which is marketing and sales in this video, and we've already looked at identification of sites in step 1, preliminary design and feasibility in step 2, planning permission and site acquisition in step 3. In the future video, we'll look at detailed design and construction. So, site finding techniques. We look for property development sites from various sources, and we pay a commission for introduction of sites that we follow up and complete on. Alpus uses all available internet websites such as Rightmove, Zoopla, On the Market, etc., in conjunction with Nimbus maps and other methods for information purposes, and we carry out joint ventures with property owners. So these are the 5 development steps and the videos that relate to them. We're on video 5, which is marketing and sales. This is the 5-step development strategy again. And what we're looking for is to seek a buyer for each developed asset quickly. Ideally, we'll try to find a buyer off plan, so we'll start a marketing and sales campaign as soon as the site is secured. We may carry out some market research in advance of securing the site, just to ensure that the type of assets that we're proposing to develop in the area are in demand, and we'll seek opinions from local estate agents as well as canvassing social media to establish the right market and the right asset for development. So the marketing and sales campaign will depend on the type of asset. Obviously, if we develop flats for serviced accommodation, it will be a different marketing and sales campaign to developing houses or flats for sale, and then completely different if the sale of the developed assets is going to be to a housing association. A marketing campaign for any development could comprise the following: estate agent advertisements, and we'll try to choose the right estate agent for the particular development we're looking at. That's estate agents who proven track record of selling that type of development in the area that we're developing. We'll put advertisements on Rightmove, Zoopla, On the Move, other websites that we may identify as suitable. If it's commercial assets, then it would be with a commercial agent. We'll put advertisements in magazines or local publications, particularly if there's a village publication and we're developing on the periphery of a village. We may well make it known locally what we're advertising for sale. We may carry out a social media campaign, a direct mail campaign, telephone contact with investors that we know, or contact through other investor groups that we're aware of, brochures and sales material. Depends on the type of development, whether it's a city centre development, a rural development. Lifestyle is important in the advertising, just what sort of image we're trying to portray for the future owner of that house. If we're looking at something in the country, it would be one type of image that we're promoting. If we're looking at a city centre development, we could be looking at other lifestyle images to supplement the photographs and artist impressions that we have. Apartments and flats will be for different market, depends on what region of the country these are in as regards the price level and the sort of market that we're looking to sell to. Executive houses, again, different markets in different parts of the country. Obviously in the home counties we're going to be looking at different price levels and a different sort of buyer to what you might look at in a rural part of the UK. In the case of executive homes for sale, retirement homes, apartments, we'll identify the suitable agents to use who successfully sold that type of property in the area recently. We'll arrange for brochures to be prepared based on artist's impression, and a suitable level of specification needs to be agreed for each house. We'll identify bespoke offers to make to prospective purchasers. If a buyer can be found before detailed design is completed, the building internal layout can be amended to suit the purchaser. This gives them more of an individual product that they're looking for. Some purchasers might want enlarged kitchens, kitchen diners. We can be flexible on internal layout, because as long as we don't contradict the planning permission that's been granted, i.e. the external appearance, then internal appearance we can amend. And obviously we need to be paid for any costs incurred in that. And it's an opportunity for profit as well, as with bespoke specifications for kitchens and bathrooms, layouts to suit the purchaser, additional bespoke packages for interior design, carpets and curtains, bedroom furniture, and a landscaping package can be offered. So all of these bespoke packages would be opportunities for additional profit over and above the basic price that we've agreed for the house or flat. Additional revenue can be negotiated from the purchaser once they've made a commitment to purchase and a timescale for the building is agreed. Changes to layout and specification may incur additional time periods, so obviously that needs to be addressed. But from the developer's standpoint, speed is of the essence. We're looking at trying to finalise the handover of these units in accordance with the agreed specifications and drawings and quality standards as quickly as possible. The purpose of the marketing and sales activity is to achieve timely sales, to optimise the sales price, to enhance profitability, and thence to secure our cash flow for getting out of the development, assuming the assets are going to be sold. If the assets are going to be passed to a housing association, it would be a similar process but a different sort of marketing and sales campaign. That will occur much earlier when we're trying to negotiate with the housing association. And equally, if it's serviced accommodation, then there won't be a marketing and sales campaign for sales. It will be marketing and sales for rental. If you're interested in anything that we've talked about in this training video, you can book a 30-minute exploratory call with me by going to https://calendly.com/AlanJE, or you can contact me on 07539 141 257. If you'd like a free contracts checklist, you can go to the tiny URL listed in the description below, or if you are interested in further property development training from Alpus Group, go to the other tiny URL. That's all for this video, so I'll see you in the next video, which will be the final one in the 6-part series, which will deal with detailed design and construction and include system building considerations. So cheers for now.